What an incredible finale to the first season of X-Men '97. Episode 10, titled Tolerance is Extinction, Part 3, brought the Revival series' debut run to an action-packed, emotional close while setting the stage for an even more epic second season. In this motion sugar video, we'll dive deep into everything that happened in this jaw-dropping episode. Get ready, because there's a lot to unpack. The emotional core of the finale was the complex relationship between Professor Charles Xavier and Magneto. After Magneto's devastating attack on the world in the previous episode, it seemed there was no coming back for him. But Charles refused to give up on his old friend. In a poignant scene, Professor X entered Magneto's fractured mind, reminding him of when they first met, and revealed their mutant powers to each other. Charles helped Eric piece his memories back together and overcome the immense grief and trauma that had consumed him, the loss of his parents in the Holocaust, the persecution he constantly faced, and the recent devastation of Genosha. Through their intimate psychic connection, Xavier reached through to Magneto's true self and pulled him back from the brink. In the end, Magneto remembered who he really was, not just a man defined by pain and anger, but someone capable of immense good. With his sense of self restored, Magneto used his magnetic powers to save the Earth from the crashing asteroid M, which had been sent hurtling towards the planet by a misguided attack from the world's governments. While Magneto faced his inner demons, the X-Men united to stop the season's true villains once and for all, the genocidal AI Bastion and the twisted geneticist Mr. Sinister. With Xavier back on Earth and the team working as one, they were able to overcome the deadly threat. Bastion had been revealed as the mastermind behind the Genosha massacre and kidnapping of Magneto. His hatred of mutants and desire to exterminate them made him a formidable and personal foe. But in the end, the X-Men prevailed, with the team offering him a chance at redemption before the crumbling asteroid M seemingly claimed him. Meanwhile, Jean Grey faced off against Mr. Sinister, the man who had manipulated her family for years in his mad quest to engineer the perfect mutant. In an epic display of power, Jean unleashed the Cosmic Phoenix Force, defeating the villain and reclaiming control of her own destiny. However, victory came at a great cost. Bastion's schemes had turned public sentiment sharply against mutants once again. The X-Men were left to pick up the pieces and continue their fight for acceptance in a world that fears and hates them. One of the most shocking moments of the previous episode was when Magneto brutally ripped the adamantium from Wolverine's bones. Taken straight from the classic Fatal Attractions comic storyline, it was a visceral and painful scene that left Logan in a critical state. Throughout the finale, Wolverine struggled to recover as his healing factor worked overtime to repair the extreme damage. He was left on the sidelines as his teammates fought to save the world. The loss of his unbreakable metal skeleton and claws will undoubtedly have major ramifications for Wolverine going forward. Without his adamantium, Logan may revert to a more feral, berserk state as his healing powers go haywire. We could be in for a very different, even more ruthless Wolverine in Season 2 as he grapples with this new vulnerability and trauma. In the episode's final act, the X-Men's ultimate victory over Asteroid M came with an unexpected consequence. The team was scattered across time and space in a flash of blinding light. Cyclops and Jean Grey found themselves in the far future of 3960 AD, where they encountered a group of rebels led by a mysterious figure known as Mother Ascani. In a shocking reveal, they also met a young boy who called out to them psychically, their son, Nathan Christopher Summers, the future Cable. Comic fans will recognize Mother Ascani as an adult version of Rachel Summers, Scott and Jean's daughter from an alternate dystopian timeline. Her presence, and that of a child Cable, suggests the dark future of Apocalypse's rule that was hinted at in the episode's post-credits scene. Meanwhile, Beast, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Magneto, and Professor X emerged in ancient Egypt, where they met a very different Apocalypse, a younger En-Sabah-Nur, not yet transformed into the monstrous mutant tyrant. This encounter sets up an intriguing question. Can the X-Men change the course of history and prevent Apocalypse's rise to power? Or will their interference only cement his villainous path? How and why the team was sent through time remains a mystery, as does the question of how they will reunite. But it opens the door for mind-bending adventures and new takes on classic X-Men characters. The finale's post-credits scene provided the most tantalizing tease of what's to come in X-Men '97. In the present day, we see the ruins of Genosha, the site of Bastion's devastating attack. Ominously, a figure emerges from the shadows, Apocalypse, one of the X-Men's most powerful foes. As he surveys the destruction, Apocalypse ominously refers to mutants as his children and picks up a damaged playing card belonging to Gambit, the X-Man who tragically perished in the Genosha Massacre. The imagery evokes the iconic Age of Apocalypse storyline from the comics, in which Gambit became one of Apocalypse's 4 horsemen after a terrible loss. Combined with the reveal of a younger Apocalypse in ancient Egypt and the dark future ruled by the villain, it becomes clear that Season 2's main arc will revolve around the X-Men battling Apocalypse across multiple time periods. Can they stop his rise to power in the past, defeat him in the present, and prevent his tyrannical reign in the future? The stakes couldn't be higher. The return of Apocalypse is the perfect escalation for X-Men 97 after the personal, grounded threats of Season 1. He is a villain who can challenge the mutants on every level, physical, mental, and moral. And his mastery of time travel makes him a reality-altering danger unlike any other. And of course, the tease of a resurrected Horseman of Death Gambit is sure to be an emotional gut punch for the X-Men, especially Rogue. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos.